What's up, guys? I am going to have a video here where I am grading or critiquing or making fun of or anything and all of the above to roofers' ads on Facebook. I run a marketing agency that caters to contractors across the United States, and the top verticals are roofing, windows and doors, plumbing, and HVAC. We're absolutely crushing it in these verticals. We do offer, advertising and marketing for other verticals, but things are going to vary with the different markets. We have tons of data and tons of working models and advertising and ads, and you name it, we have it. The landing pages, the formula for what people need to see on Facebook. So we like to work within these top four verticals because we crush it there, and we have the tried and tested proven models for it. And they tend to be, better because, a roofing over, let's just say, a tree service or something like that, everybody can start chopping down trees, but for the most part, not everybody's going to be doing roofing. There are states that they don't make it mandatory for you to have a contractor's license or a roofer's license. So states like Florida, they're very strict. You have to have a contractor's license if you're doing any changes to the structure. You have to have a roofing license if you're, doing any roofing work. So, there's a different trust factor or vetting factor that usually has to go on in other markets that don't have these strict requirements for people to be able to perform their vertical or the work that they want to do. So what I want to do is go over, basically, I want to look at ads. I'm just going to pull them random. I haven't looked them up. I want to see and go over so you can see kind of what goes on in a marketer's mindset, the level of sophistication that you have to be at, especially in now's day and age. You're going up against, if you're a window company, you're going up against huge companies that are spending $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a month. I know a company that works out of one state alone, and they're spending $400,000. They're not a huge name. They just spend a lot and they make a lot. You're talking $100 million company. So I want to go over, I'm going to look up some ads. I'm going to look up some random words and areas. So it'll be like Texas roofing or, I don't know, Wyoming roofing, Florida roofing. And I want to see what these advertisers have out. And I'm going to walk you through like my thought process. And I do a lot of this when I'm looking up like competitors to see what they're putting out, because if there's somebody in like, say, Idaho area, and they have, a roofing company, and they say, hey, I know ABC roofing is killing it and this other company's killing it. And then I'll be like, okay, cool. I'll look them up. I'll see what they're doing, and I'll know exactly what they're doing. And just by looking here, and the way that these things are filtered, and I'll show you here in a second. Let's just go through it actually. So let's just do Miami roofing. Let's see. Okay. So Spanish. So they have, obviously in Miami, that you're gonna want Spanish, and then South Florida's best roofer. Okay. So a couple things. And I'm looking, I just want to check. Okay, yes. You see how none of their call to action buttons right here say get quote? Basically what this does is just having learned, like, it's okay to have learn more if it's sprinkled a couple times throughout, just to break up like, the ad fatigue. Because people will literally be like, oh, they always asking to get a quote. Well, you could break it up by having learn more button. But for the most part, when you're in a service-based business and you give quotes and you give estimates, you're going to want to have it say get quote, because that pre-programs people before they even get to your page. They've already saw the words, said in their mind, I want to get quote, because they know that they need one or want one, and then they click it and they go over. But if you just have only learn more, people in their mind are getting pre-programmed to just, they're like, oh, there's no strings attached. I don't really have to do anything. I'm just going to go learn more and I'm going to go check it out. The problem with that is again, the pre-framing of the mindset psychologically. It sits there and says, you don't have to do anything. Come check us out. And there may be some companies that say, yeah, well, I like doing that because I don't want to put pressure on people. If they want a quote, they get a quote. If they don't want a quote, then, well, we're talking about marketing. We're talking about pre-framing people's mindset without them knowing. The way to do that is by little things sprinkled throughout. It's not like we have a guy on the screen saying, get a quote here, and pressuring people. This is, how do we get the most out of our ad spend and not waste? Well, one way I can tell you is, and I'm going to ask this question. How many people and how many companies do you think have the same thing right here? Like I'm going to go through a few different companies and like I'm going to click through a bunch, and you're going to see South Florida's best roofer serving Miami and Broward County. Okay. It's a biased thing. Everybody calls himself the best. If you're a roofer and you're watching this, you've probably done the same thing. Nothing wrong with that, right? But the problem is when you're running ads and this is what happens. Somebody looks up Google roofer near me or roof repair near me or new roof quote Miami. What's going to happen is as soon as you make that search, all of that data is transmitted to Facebook and back, and it says this person is now in the market for a new roof or a roof repair. All of a sudden, and you could probably attest to this, when you go onto your social media, now all of a sudden, and a lot of times, honestly, I think it's just they're doing stuff off of voice now. They don't even care. Like they're just like, yeah, I don't like. We need to be the first to the lead. So, and then you'll say something to someone, and then next thing you know, you see it on your phone. That's real. That's not. That's just a data privacy thing. But there's billions and billions of dollars involved, if not trillions, at stake. So these top companies, bigger companies, are paying to have that type of data purchased. And next thing you know, they get that data, they can then run remarketing to you, and they do it right away. It's all automated. But nonetheless, for the smaller people, the smaller companies, what we're doing is we are remarketing and marketing to people who have shown an interest in such product or service. And so you don't even, nowadays with the algorithms, you don't have to like set your targeting or anything like that for the most part, unless there's certain situations where you will, but for the most part, you can use the ad text and the ad content, the headlines, the descriptions, and what you have on your landing page to allow the algorithm to read and then figure out who is going to be your best target audience. So it's no longer the targeting feature inside of Facebook that is doing the targeting. It is your actual ads and your landing page that are doing the targeting for you. So, okay, back to this. With over 25 years experience, and there's a ton of roofers with a bunch of experience. So, like, again, put yourself in the end user's shoes. How do they choose when they see 10 different ads and they see Centurion Roofing or some other roofing or another roofing, and it just says South Florida's best roofer, Miami's best roofer, 20 years of experience, 15, 30. I mean, every single one of these companies, like let's look it up. Centurion Roofing Miami. Centurion Roofing Miami. Yeah, so 64 Google reviews. I mean, they're not a big company at all. I mean, to have, if they've been 20 years or whatever it is, they would have hundreds and hundreds of reviews. So either it's a lack of awareness, a lack of care to put money into and a focus on their digital presence, that they only got 64 reviews. Like, that's not good, So when somebody says, oh, I see an ad, and they see Centurion, A smart person would go, okay, number one, I'm going to check out their page. I'm acting as a consumer now. I'm in the mood to get a roof. What am I gonna do? Okay, here, blurry kind of picture. I don't really know what I'm looking at here. Like, it's a backyard with a canal and some boats and some trees. Like, I don't know if they're saying they did this, but the problem is it's a poor representation. You're talking about a first impression. So I'm somebody that's in the market to get a roof or a repair. I come to this page, I just want to check them out, make sure they're legit. Something caught my eye. Now, come on, get the heck out of here. So I come here and I see their, okay, so we're going to mute notifications until I turn back on, mute. Okay, so you would see this here. Let me start over. I am a consumer wanting a roof, and something catches my eye about this company on Facebook when I'm looking, and I click on their profile. I'm like, I just want to check them out. And trust me, guys, this is exactly what these people do. I'm talking 90+%. It's probably 92%. They're going to go to your profile. All marketing is keeping people from having a reason to say no. Cutting out everything that could make them say no. So when you're evaluating your brand, and when I'm evaluating a potential client, I look at their entire, I take their name and I Google it and I put reviews behind it. I say Centurion Roofing Miami reviews. And then I look them up. I see what's bad. So I'll do that right now. Centurion Miami reviews. Okay, 4.9. Again, people aren't going to look through this and be like, let me look at the good stuff. They're looking for the bad stuff. So this right here is bad because it's only one review. So it means they can't, like, you're on Home Advisor and you don't have more than one review. That's what's going to happen. Centurion, 5-star with one review again on Facebook. And then they have an Angie's List. Yelp, one star. See, again, you can get an idea of what the consensus is here. They're claiming they're a 25-year-old company. They're the best in South Florida, yet they've got 1-star review, or one review on Facebook, one on Yelp. I don't remember what the other one was. I'll look at that again. They have, it looks like, one review on, or no, this is Centurion Roofing. No, that's Indiana. Okay, so that's not their BBB. That's something, again, that's another thing. It causes confusion. Someone comes here and goes, oh, Centurion Roofing, and they click on it and they're reading, and then they go, oh, this is someone in Indiana. Like, this isn't even them. Like, now it's taking brain power and work for them to have to find you and look you up. And trust me, you aren't worth that much for them to put that much energy into a company who they don't know. So I come back here, again, back to the Facebook thing. Really dull, like Spartan, logo, but people are getting past this right now. You need something that stands out, that pops, that fills this entire void of white and makes your logo stand out amongst everybody else. You know why? Because no one else is doing it. So again, how do you stand out, and what can you do to make sure that people aren't turned off by you or are given a reason, for any reason, to say no to you as a possible customer or a possible roofing company they could use? So this looks bad. It's pixelated, it's blurry kinda. The pool looks kind of bad. You got this waterfall looking kind of crappy. The top right here, again, I don't know if they're trying to showcase they did this roof, but they're a roofing company. They need to showcase a roof here, or multiple roofs, some sort of offer that they have if they want to offer anything, or phone number. They need to have their phone number in big letters here. Again, we're trying to make it easy for people. This right here, that's, so people can call, that's fine, but I would want it right here because this is the first thing people see. Miami's top roofer, we offer this type of warranty, 0% financing, 0% interest, zero down. Whatever your financing promos or offers are, put that here. Give us a call now, free estimates, same day, something like that. I'm ballparking, spitting on everything here, but these are all options that you could put there. Here, okay, so they haven't posted in almost 6 months-ish. Let me look. Currently looking to take on more projects now. Are you pretty booked out? Okay, that's someone looking to hire them or get them to hire them. Yeah, January. So they posted in December of 2025, then posted in January. So like this right here is almost as bare as it can get. I mean, they've got photos here. All they need to do is go online and get a cheap $39 posting program and dump all these photos in here, and it'll create all of the hashtags, the descriptions for you. I mean, you can go on AI and do it, and just like once a month, spend 10 minutes doing it and just post up, boom, 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 boom. And then that way everybody sees that you have stuff going on and you're posting every single month, so you look active, you're modern. 0 reviews. Look, if you just don't want to do reviews, then don't do them. But remove it from your profile. That's an option. You have different templates and things that you can have show on your Facebook profile. If you don't have reviews, it hurts you to show that you don't have reviews. So get them removed, or start figuring out a way to get some. And that's one of the things that I do first, because when you run ads on Facebook, this right here shows in the bottom of the ad, and it'll say, like I have a client that's 1,080 reviews. So when we run ads, at the bottom it says 1,080 people recommended this. And what do you think that does for somebody else? If I say I'm the best roofer in South Florida, I've got my cover photo balling out, easy way to contact me, call or text. I've got a awesome like 3D circular logo here. I've got the logo here. I've got posting that's going on every single month. You don't need it every day, but every month. So I'm active. And then on here, I've got more information. So I got my address in Miami. I've got the reviews showing up. Say it's 50 or 100 reviews. So then people are going to say, oh, wow, like, okay, cool, checks out. They're not going to say, oh my God, I got to call this person right now. They're going to say, checks out, but they're not going to say that, like, they're not going to actually say those words. But in their mind, it's going to say, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. And imagine if I had that profile next to them, they saw your ad, or not your ad, but they saw Centurion's, and then they went to the next ad and they saw mine, and mine was completely decked out. Nobody's doing this. This is why our clients get a lot of leads and convert a lot, is because of the reputation we show people before even getting in contact with them on the phone. We show them that we are a top, roofer or window and door, plumber, HVAC company. And so they're like, oh man, like all these people are using them, all these people are praising them. And then they say, okay, let me go back to the ad. Boom, let's just take a look at what this says. Now, I'm not even going to look at this. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to play it. But this is what everybody's circulating. I'm not saying this is going to be it. This is just what everybody's circulating. There's this ad text. They write it in the ads, and they also have it in like the video. And it's like, hey, we are Centurion Roofing Miami, or whatever the roofing company is. But everybody's using it because it's like some AI easy thing, or they got it from some video standard maker, and it says, we've been doing business for blah blah blah, and we're an honest company, and we can offer something truly remarkable, and we do that because we run a tight crew. You're not paying for marketing. We don't have 20 offices and this and that, and it's the same regurgitated crap over and over and over between everybody's ads. And again, the problem with it is when somebody's searching and they see that same text, it doesn't have to be in the video, but if they see it in the ad text and then they see it in the video, or they see it in the ad text from one, see it in the video, both of those companies automatically get canceled out in that person's mind. They're done. Because now, again, that creates confusion. And they say, why both of these? They must not have something of their own. They're obviously copying something. I'm not even going to deal with it. It's risk in their mind. So I don't know that that's what this is, but I'm just guessing. Let's hear it. Oh, we can't hear it. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me, meta ads library. I got to pull this up. All ads. That's how you know I haven't done this before. Try to play these. Centurion Roofing Miami. Okay. Let's see. Here it is. Nope. It's just music. It's just this. You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this at the same time so you can see and hear. This is what it is. It just looks like, now, it just looks like somebody, this is like grade D or F for creativity. I mean, you take a little drone footage and then you have some transitions in it. It looks like they took this and went on Fiverr and asked some guy overseas to get them to, make a little video for them and edit it. Again, this is like D grade. You're talking about, again, how do you stand out from the crowd, and it's not this. Don't do this. This is a perfect example of what not to do. Very short description. Like I said, limited inspection spots available. That's false. Everybody knows they don't. People are not that stupid. People are stupid, but they know, like, you're only going to dissuade people. No one's going to say, oh my God, I got to get this now because there's limited slots available. This is like your marketing strategy from 1997. This isn't today's day and age. So don't do this. This is, by the way, these are their 2 top running ads. And trust me, they're in Miami. They ain't getting jack from this. I work and have clients in the South Florida area, and trust me, these ads do not work. Our clients spend tens of thousands of dollars on production, and this is like low level. You might get somebody who's desperate, probably can't afford much, so you're not gonna. You'll get the people that want their shed redone and only have enough money to pay for that, maybe, but. This is not going to produce enough. And the other thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ads. Yeah, and it's all the same type of video. Very bad. Same South Florida roofer. So again, imagine you're somebody and you're seeing ads from them, and then you see this one, you see this one, you see this one. Same thing. It's all monotonous. Same thing. And this is what's called ad fatigue. People get tired. That's why you don't watch a show over and over and over. You just get tired of it. You don't listen to a song over and over and over. You listen to a song, take a break for some time, then listen to it again, and it stays a good song. Facebook's going to keep showing your ads to these people. And if people see the same thing, they're not going to enjoy it. And they're going to click one of these buttons to dismiss the ad and say they don't want to see ads from you anymore. Your ad costs I guarantee their lead cost is probably like $300-400 a lead. And it's not good leads either. So bad. This is all bad. This is what I'll go through. If somebody said, "Oh, Centurion Miami, they're doing good," I would look at this and I'd be like, "They're lying to you." Trust me, they're not doing well because of their advertising. They might have a name brand down there in that local market where they stay busy, but you're not talking. This is not $100 million company. This company's probably a couple million, maybe. But roofing, it's easy to be a few $1 million company by doing, 8 roofs a month, 7 roofs, 10 roofs, something like that. But you still have overhead. You still got to pay for the materials, pay for the labor, insurance, like all these different things you have to pay for. And at the end of the day, you're running at a 15-20% maybe profit margin for yourself. So now your $1 million in earnings goes to $150,000, maybe $200,000, which isn't bad, but are you $1 million company? So if you're going to run advertising, you can look up this company and do not do what they do. Don't run this ad. Don't run any of that. And by the way, if you're even at all interested in having a top, very skilled marketing team run your advertising, leave a link below. You can get in touch with me. I have a form you can fill out. It'll ask you a few different questions, and then I'll book an appointment and we'll chat. I'll look over your entire Facebook, look over your Google. I'll look over all of your advertising if you have it. And if you're not advertising, that's okay. But just know on any given day, you're spending between, like if you just want to start out, the minimum with us is you have to spend a minimum of like $150 a day to start. Otherwise, if the lead is, we get you great leads at $70 a pop, $80, $100 a pop, with like a 40% close rate, you're going to get 1 to 2 leads maybe a day. So you're talking about a 50-50 split. You still got to get in touch with them, which we do for you. We have all automated AI to get in touch with them. We don't use the AI to speak with the people and qualify them or anything like ask of them or try to act like they're human. What the AI does is it gets in touch with these people and it's just going to get in contact with them. If they get on the phone with them, "Hi, this is ABC Roofing. Are you available now for a quick call with us?" Whoever the client is. And then that person says yes. And if they say yes, we live transfer them over directly to our client's phone. And then boom, hello. And then they get them set up with an estimate. If they're not available, what the AI does is if it's a phone call or text, they will then schedule a call back, and that AI will call them back at that time and then transfer them over. So we have all of the follow-up you'll need. It's all built into the system that we have. And yeah, if you want like expert marketing and you've been burned by other agencies or you just haven't found any that worked. Like one of our recent clients is a plumber out of New Hampshire, and he's been going the last 3 years without having, like he's been paying people thousands and thousands of dollars a month, and they couldn't produce. He's been basically utilizing his own network and his own current customers to keep himself afloat, while these people that he's paying or was paying were claiming that those were from them. And he's like, "No, I already have these people on the books. Like just because you retargeted them and got them, for something else or whatever the case is, like I already had them on the books. These were already clients of ours." So that's not a company you want. He signed on with us, and within the first month, I forget the exact number, but it's somewhere around like 40. We do a $750 trial. so you can see our first month that we're no bullshit and we do what we say. But I have an oversight on everything. I've taught everyone on my team how to run everything the way I run it. I have a degree in psychology. I've been doing this for 10 years and I know what people need to see in order to buy. And we're always constantly refreshing ads every like I would call it every almost 2 weeks. We're putting in new ads. If we see something that's working over here that we've tried that's new, we have like a pilot program going on, we'll then roll it out to everybody. And so you always get like the newest hot fresh stuff because our team is always we're connected with the circles where new technology is. And so anytime something new comes in, we hear it first and then we bring it and roll it out to our clients. So, and we're always testing. We're always testing different angles. New algorithms come out, like the one that came out with Andromeda for Facebook. And we, now you have AI, you have all these different things. So you shouldn't have to keep up with that as a business owner. We do that for you. And there's no like nickel and diming on that. The one price you pay a month to us, that's what, that's all you have to pay. So if you're interested at all and you want to get in contact with us and you want to see about the trial, just go ahead and book a meeting with me below and then we can get something going. Last thing on that, 24 to 48 hours is the build time for our team for any client. That's content. We don't need you to send us anything. We'll look you up online. If we can't find anything, worst case scenario, we'll ask you for some pictures. If you have some on your phone, just shoot it over to our email. Number 2 is, so 24 to 48 hours build out, full build out. And in this trial, we run meta ads only. But also in this month trial for $750, you pay $750 to us. You also pay the ad spend that we spend on your behalf. We get access to your Facebook page and your ad account. We do a complete makeover, overhaul on your Facebook. I'm talking the logo. We keep the same logo and look and branding, but we just make it look way better, like modernized, cool, 3D elements, like it looks badass. So we redo everything. We redo your ads. We run all the ads. We make a high converting landing page for you that we already know works. And we just take the same thing and the same structure and we slap your brand on it. We do all this again for $750. And then starting in month 2, it's anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 per month, depending on the market you're in, how many locations you have, and how many service areas you want to reserve, the amount of spend you want to do, and all of this correlates to us having to give you more time. So if you have one location and you're only spending $200 a day, you're probably going to be on the lower end of that. But if you're at $400,000 in spend and you have 15 locations, well, we have to make up very unique ads for every single location. So you got to think, let's just say you have 10 locations, that's 10 times the work. So it's going to be more on the upper side of that. And then we'll probably have some sort of like percentage ad spend. So, if you go from, let's say you start at like 5,000 a day or 3,000 a day, and then you go up to 70,000 a day. Well, again, that's a lot more work. It's a lot more that we have to pay attention to. It's a lot more overhead on our side because some of these softwares that we have is reliant on how much ad spend we have. So it's a lot of the analytics and things like that and stuff that we install is based on how much traffic's coming in. So we obviously will have to raise up the price there. But no matter what it is, whatever you pay us is a very, very small fraction of what you get as far as profit and revenue. So I always try to make sure that we're billing our clients in a way that they just like, oh yeah, there's no big deal. Like it's no big deal to their pockets. So otherwise everybody would have the same deal, same rate, and I'd be charging a smaller roofing company who has one location $8,000, and it wouldn't make sense. Because that's probably his net. So anyway, now that you've kind of seen everything and it's been 37 and a half, almost 38 minutes, I'm going to run through everything really quick and just show you guys what everything looks like. Okay, so you could see a comparison between this company, and I promise you this is like how everybody is. I'm going to show you a comparison between this company and other companies. So let's just do Orlando. Oh, sorry. Roofing Orlando. All right. Roofing. John Keller Roofing. Let's see. Okay. You guys be the judge. Look at this. This is awful. Really, like, this is like, I don't know, like a kid's Lego set looking like, you know, where they have the tools and stuff. I don't know. It just looks weird. I get it's supposed to be a house, but that's a contractor's marketing right there. Very basic. He's got some videos. The video quality isn't bad. I doubt these aren't his workers. This is AI. Yeah, so it's all AI made. Let's see. Okay, so he's posting. Good job on that. May 17th, May 15th, so 2 days from then. So he's paying for some very cheap AI stuff, which does, you know, time lapses. But again, your average person really isn't going to know about this. They're just going to see, oh, like he posted, let me look at the stuff he's got going on. They don't know about roofs. They're going to look at it and be like, yeah, these looks legit. But these guys are just nailing stuff. Like this is pretty bad. Nonetheless, he has it good. Okay. 0 rated. Bad. Phone number, good. You see how he has more information here, like than the last company? That's good. Let's see. I'm just gonna run through. Let's look at his Instagram. People are gonna do this. Okay, Instagram page, problem. Everything's cut off. So whatever AI ad maker or AI content maker he has is cutting these things off, and it needs to be optimized for his Instagram page so that people can see like a consistency and it looks right. Like all this isn't cut off. But I guarantee you the way he's got it set up, or they got it set up, is they make the content and then they just shoot it over to Facebook, which it works well on Facebook, but it doesn't work well on Instagram. So, you know, you be mindful of that. That's not a huge deal, but again, it's just something that people will be like, that doesn't look good, you know? But if you had it look good and it looked badass and everything, it looked like imagine you had pictures here, 1, 2, 3, and it said something like, you know, I don't know, what area did they say they were? Longwood, Florida. Longwood's top roofing company, 25 years. And you made 3 images that stitched together on this page, and it looked pretty cool, and they all went together. So like the word Longwood Roofing or something like that, or John Keller, and it all looked like one picture, but it was 3 different pictures. That'd be badass, and that's something you should do. That would catch people's attention. Back to his page. Okay, let's go back to the ad library. Let's go back to and see again. Learn more. Not good. Here's another thing. Full roof replacement starting at $6,997 in Orlando. Okay. You be the judge. What type of clientele are you filling your funnel with and your algorithm by showing your ad and saying $6,997, knowing damn well no one's doing a $6,997. I mean, there's a turf jobs cost more than that. You want to do a whole roof for $7,000? Ain't happening. Because then you're making what, 10%, 600, 700, 2,100 bucks on your margin, and then you gotta pay people out of that. No, I mean, this is like a small shed or something like that. You're not going to do that. But what happens is these broke people that don't have money, they see Attention Orlando. Okay, they live in Orlando. $6,997 for a roof. And then they say, oh my God, because you know they're desperate. $6,997, I can guarantee you John Keller Roofing gets calls all day Yeah, I'm calling about the ad for $6,997 roof. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll get you an estimate. And then they go out and it's like 25 grand. No, I'm not doing that. The difference is so big. Like if they said like 14,997 and then it was like 20 or 19, that's different. 7,000, the person who's looking to get a full roof done for 7 grand is in a whole different like thought process. They're not even on this planet. They're not in this ballpark. So if they're like, oh, I could get a roof for 7 grand, those are the cheap people. People like me, like you, who know what's going on. We know damn well that a roof don't cost $6,997. So I guarantee you what happens is they are turning off people who they want by saying $6,997 because it's cheap. It shows no value. And trust me, if they go, well, I've got a roof, 5,000 square foot house, I can get a roof for 7 grand. No way. Like I've already done some estimates. They were like 30, 40,000. This must be a cheap. They're using cheap stuff, cheap labor, corner cutting, all types of stuff. So they're going to dismiss this. But what's going to happen on the other side of that is the people that are cheap, don't have the money, aren't quality. They're going to jump all over this and say, oh my God, roof for $6,997. Not because it's true, but because they want it to be true. They want to call up, hey, yeah. And then when you come out, they waste your time. You spend money on these people to come out and give them a quote. Waste time when you could be doing something better. Aren't most roofs like 10 to 15K? Some are. Yeah, it depends on the size, difficulty. I'm John, owner of John K. This is the same ad text that watch, we're going to go through and you're going to see different ads and they're going to show the same thing. 6,000, some cheap amount right here. And then they're going to say, aren't roofs this much? And then they're going to say, right. And then, but some aren't. And then the problem is it's too late. You've already got caught the eye of the cheap person who can't afford anything anyway. They probably couldn't even afford the $6,997. And then it comes down here. The other problem with this is it's all like, who wants to read this long ass book? Like these people, anybody who's worth it they may have the time if they wanted to try and find it, but most likely they're doing things. They don't have the time to sit here and be like, oh, let me read this same ad of this same cheap number. They're not going to do it. They're going to come down here. Look at no bloated overhead, no billboard campaigns, no fleet of wrap trucks. Didn't I say earlier about that video? Remember I said, foots the bill for this stuff company? You guessed it, you do. That's not how we operate, which means we offer something pretty great. Exceptional work, beautiful roofs that actually protect your home, without marking up the price 200%. Peace of mind and money back in your pocket. Money back in your pocket? Like, be careful with that wording. That's the whole idea. No, I guarantee you they only get crap leads. I guarantee you I could call up John Keller Roofing, and if they were honest, they would say, yeah, the marketing sucks. But I guarantee you a lot of these people, they have an ego, and instead of making a situation better, they want to say, oh no, I don't want anybody thinking I'm doing bad. Yeah, everything's going great. No, we're killing it. No, you're not killing it. Trust me. Matter of fact, John Keller Roofing. Yeah, he's doing 4 ads. And they all say the same thing. We're looking for homes in Central Florida who need a roof replacement. This is bad. Like, it screams desperate. And not for nothing, like something, just to give you a little tidbit of like something that we do. We don't use, like we'll use this right here, that's fine, because you catch attention of the people in the area. But I wouldn't use this as the top headline because people don't see this whole thing like this. They see it cuts off like probably like right here. So you don't see any of this on the ad. You'll see this. So we'll say something like Orlando and Central Florida homeowners are saving thousands on roof replacements and repairs. You won't guess how they're doing it. And that would be like right here. Or it would be like, this is how they're doing it. And then we put it right here, and then we put dot, 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 and then it stops, and they have to click more to see more. See how this is good how they have these emojis here, because that's how you want to break it up. You don't want this with like all just text. You want to break it up with emojis. And then I would have the link in here. So this link goes somewhere. I would have that link right here. So if they're reading and most times they're going to be on the phone, they're going to look at it and click it. And then they're going to say, so again, this makes it easy. So instead of them having to be reading the ad, then go find the button, the link is just there, and on their phone, they can click it and they go right to the landing page. Don't put your phone number in here, by the way. You'll get blown up by spammers. So yeah, you see how that hook works? Orlando and Central Florida homeowners are saving thousands on new roofs and roof replacements, or new roofs and roof repairs. And here's how they're doing it. Dot, 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 dot. And then you get them hooked. That's a hook. You get them into reading. You could say Orlando and Central Florida homeowners are doing this one thing that saves them thousands. Here it is. And that we're like, it is dot, 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 dot. And then they click to read more. Now they're interested. They're hooked. But nobody else is doing this. You're going to see a theme. The theme is going to be trash marketing. This is why companies say, I've had bad results. We don't get any leads on Facebook. Yes, it's because of this. It's because your marketing is bad. And let me look at his page again. Okay, they're using a high level. Look at this. I can't make this stuff up. They're using a company that, let's see real quick. Yeah, they're using a company that went to this. So this type of thing, this is why all this circulates. There's a company called acquisition.com. They put on marketing seminars and stuff for 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. And they say, hey, pay us $3,000, $2,500, $3,000, $4,000, whatever it is. Come in, we're going to mentor you. AKA, we're just going to give you like a software or like access to our program. And it's going to have, you want to do marketing for roofers? Here's what you do. You get Go High Level, which is where this is built on. Go High Level is like like, I don't even know the word. It's just overhyped. It's too much for the average business owner. Most people only use it for a CRM. And like when you work with us, we'll give you a free CRM. You know, while you're working with us, you get a free CRM. If you want your own CRM, Jesus, like just get one from HubSpot, you know, and we could program API right into it and dump all the leads as they come in. And then there's an app on your phone. This right here. So when I click this, it should automatically go to the next question without me having to do this. This is how all these Go High Level little guys are running their marketing. But they say the same thing. Request a free, fast, and fair quote in 60 seconds or less. Question 1 of 3. Is your property da-da-da? Boom. Yep. See, it goes. It goes to the next one automatically, because that's how this company, acquisition.com, tells these kids to set these things up. They say, just use this. It's a one-time fee. It comes with your program already. You get the landing page builder, crappy landing page builder. Here's how you set up the domain to it. Here's how you do it. And they always tell them to put estimate on there. Always. Ask these questions, minor repair, and then full name. Like this just looks bad. Like super bad. And then again, I don't even have to say anything about this white area. This is just sloppy. No one's converting on this. So anybody who says John Keller Roofing is converting is a liar. John Keller Roofing is not doing anything. So yeah, no good. New roof for $99 a month. Yeah, I mean, this is so don't do this. Don't do this guy's marketing. I bet you this is that video I told you about. Okay, so let's look up another one. Roofing Tampa. I'm in Tampa, by the way. So let's see. Jerry's Roofing of Tampa. No ads. Roofing Tampa. I know my videos go long, by the way. That's just unfortunately what it is. I don't edit either. I'm just a real person, so you could see me making videos and not being some edited 15-minute video. Let's see. Okay, so we ain't got no Tampa roofers. Roofer Tampa. The Tampa Roofer. Come on, man. Whew, ain't got no roofers. Let's see. Let's see, Jacksonville. Roofing Jacksonville. You know what? Let's do Indiana. I don't know why. Should do Indiana. Okay. Hey Richmond, this is Bob Hole, your local trusted roofer. We just wanted to use this post to introduce ourselves to the community. We are a well-run, family-operated company. What does that mean to you? Fair prices if you need a roof. So it just means fair prices. If you need a roof replacement, quote, a small repair, we can help you out. Our payment plan options are also available to all our customers. That's untrue. So well-qualified customers. To get the best roofing experience of Indiana, click Get Quote. Okay, so at least he has that. If anyone needs a roof quote, so it just screams desperation to me. I'm curious what this looks like. See, this is just what I told you the last one. This is Go High Level as well. They use Go High Level because it's free. It's a free landing page builder, which you can see that it's a free landing page builder. It's absolute dog water. Just go all the way to the next one. It automatically, this one too, this one too, this one too. It's the same thing. So my guess is what happened is that they were marketing with somebody. They were probably marketing with somebody and they said, oh, we want to do it ourselves. And then they just kept all the stuff and did it themselves, and they're probably not doing well. But I hate this landing page builder. It just looks like it's from like 2004. Upgrade from that. I'm not going to post it on here, but if you want to do business, I'll show you what some of mine look like. And mine are top of the line. I just can't show them because I don't want random people hitting up my clients or anything like that. Let's see. Okay, all his ads are the same thing. This is made with AI. He's running a lot of ads that all just look like clip art type stuff. Okay, so let's try another one. So you see that one, roofer in Idaho. Roofing, Idaho. Idaho roofing. Okay, 2 ads. Okay, he's using the Idaho state as the I. I don't like that. Like I A for creativity, but very small text here. I don't like that. People are just gonna see it, and it's gonna. I mean, even though it's not a lot, it's just a small paragraph. Then you got a lot of small writing on here. Then you got your phone number. I just don't like it. It's a call now ad. Not everybody. The problem with this is not everybody's gonna want to call. And low impression count, it means this is the main one that's showing. This one's not getting showed much. So this is what most people are seeing. But again, this is their call now ads. So he only wants inbound calls. So he's spending money, not getting anything from it. May get a couple calls here and there, but he's not getting deals from this. At least not enough to justify spending what he is. And yeah, not everybody wants to call. So you got to have a form. Some people want to call. Some people want to text. Some people want to fill out a form. Some people, want to fill out a form and don't give their number. So you got to have skip tracing abilities. Like, you got to be able to find people's phone numbers if they don't give you the right phone number. Our landing pages validate so you don't get random addresses from out of state or like some other territory that you can't use. There's no sense in that lead coming through. We don't want that coming into our like environment of what our algorithm is trying to optimize for. We only want ones that are in the territory that we're marketing in for our customers. I mean, look, it's not the worst, but it's not good at all. He's catering to one type of person that just wants to call in, but then at that point they feel a little pressured to do something instead of like it being a nice flow where you catch their eye with a hook, they read through, now they're investing time with you, they click get quote. The next screen is the landing page, and it has, a simple form that is a multi-step form that asks one question at a time. Looks super nice. Details out on the page like what your financing options are and your promotions right now. There's a little bit of urgency built with like our it's May, so our May financing promotions currently are. But you're not saying get a roof now, while roofs last and something like that. It's not believable. So you subtly want to say this to them. All right.